Something that I've been thinking about me lately is that um, uncertainty felt very familiar to me. When I was young, I used to live in a lot of uncertainty because I was moving a lot. I didn't have a safe place to be. Then I did have that stability for a few years. After that, fun enough, I started to live in uncertainty again. But there's is something that I always wanted, safe place where I could live and I could build a life. But I guess that my my early years really influenced the way that I lived after, because it's very funny how everything it's been built under uncertainty and instability. I've had like around 15, 16 years of stability where people were making decisions for me, and I had a house, a home to be and to grow up and to live and be safe. But once I turned 18 and I had to choose what to do, what to go, or even what I wanted to study, I decided to go to a place, a town that was very far from my family were. Um, that's kind of like I always felt this kind of thing in me that I was like, there's something in me that always want to go, always want to run, always is ready to live. Obviously, when I was born in China, um, and I didn't have a home or a safe place where um, I could be. So I was moved since very young from one place to another until I turned six. On my six, I moved to Spain. But that's again, it's this big movement of not only the place, it's our also identity. It's also about culture, language barrier, um, a new beginning. It's like a second life, basically. Um, it is very interesting because that really influenced the way that I am and the way that I think and the way that I process things too. In all this instability, I actually found my stability. It sounds contradictory, but that's when every time that I be moving in motion to new country, new place, new city, new people, it helped. All this helped me to develop the person I am today. I grew up from uncertainty, from instability, and from new things, new beginnings, like transformation all the time. It is, I found it very interesting how a person like myself that's been in so much uncertainty could find her stability in that uncertainty because it's familiar to me. Those 15 years are around 15 years that I lived in one place with the same people. It was not familiar to me. Since I was always ready in a survival mode, ready to go, I was not aware, but I was very unhappy. I didn't feel good at it about it. So I have this feeling that I have to get out of here. I want a new being. I want something new. But I didn't know that. I just thought that it's just stages of life. I wanted to go somewhere new and learn a new language and have a new experience. But it's been all the process about finding certainty in uncertainty because it's familiar to me. Today, I'm in the point of I I'm looking for stability, certainty, and more structure in my life. The structure that I build in my life, it's in my routine, in my health, what I eat, what I don't eat, uh, and when I plan things, I I tend to plan things now because it gives me this certainty. It gives me this um, structure. However, deep within myself, I know that things change so fast because I lived it myself. One day I was in China, no food, no shelter, no safety, no nothing. And then another day I was in Spain with shelter, food, and all the basic needs were met. So deep within myself, I don't believe in stability and certainty 100%, but I'm learning to live with stability in partnership, for example, with my boyfriend, uh, in staying in one place and building a life in that place, in career, the things that I do. Like I'm learning to do things that I like, that I'm pursuing, and I'm determined to keep doing it. But that it's aligned to me, to my values, to my principles, to the person I am, and with my story, because I feel like I'm living through my story. Um, it is still unfamiliar to me being in one place, seeing people. In the past, I always thought it must be boring to just be with the same people all the time because you don't grow. However, that was kind of like a survival thought. So, well, people come and go, and you just have to keep moving because that's how life works. That was my life in my childhood for many years, since I was a baby. But things changed for me, and now I'm in the process of making certainty and stability familiar to me because uncertainty and instability, they are not comfortable for me. They're very uncomfortable for me, but they were familiar to me. So this is the way that I knew how to live life. Now I'm learning a new way to live life where I don't need to escape. I don't need to go. I don't need to be in this survival mode of, oh, I have to go now because something would happen to me. Um, this is kind of big realization about my life and myself. I know that there are many people who's being displaced from their place, from their homes or from their families, with different backgrounds than mine. Um, I hope that this can help you to reflect about your own life, and it can help you to don't feel that lonely, because it's a very lonely journey for many of us. Um, because this we usually don't talk about this openly to everyone. So yeah, thank you very much for listening again, and please drop a comment, share it if you need it. Thank you very much.